Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of Plague Inc. Evolved. First things first, let me ask everybody to turn off and whitelist me or whitelist me in any ad blockers. Help me make a career. Last episode we did the Prion rambling. I rambled about some new equipment I got, and it was a pretty long episode for Plague Inc. Today we're going to try the Necrovirus yet again on um, normal. See if we can actually get this one done. So, what's the deal with the Necrovirus, the zombie plague, as it were? I think Catalyst switched to get DNA from the blue bubbles. I think harder to cure doesn't really help. Easier to cure probably doesn't help either. What if we increase the chance of mutations? We will spread it by ocean, and we will spread it by urbans, and we still don't have any of the Necrovirus genes unlocked. So we know we're gonna get discovered. And today we're not gonna call it the brains. I'm gonna call it the running dead. Because they don't walk, they run. They've got places to be. And let's see, if we're gonna be running, let's see. I don't know where Usain Bolt is from in Africa. Let's see. So, I'm gonna pick West Africa. I have noticed here that you have West Africa, Central Africa, East Africa, South Africa, and then you have Angola. Why does Angola get this special section here? Why is it not part of either Central Africa or South Africa? I guess Angola, just in size, physical size, is pretty big. Maybe they have really good borders and have stayed a country for a long time. I don't know, that is an interesting one to me. That Angola is being singled out while there's so many other potential countries are just getting grouped together as West Africa, South Africa, Central Africa. I believe in Risk they kind of do something like this too. There's just too many countries and it changes too often. So, I'm not sure what I'm really shooting for here. I guess I just want to not even particularly worry too much about the spreading, just see if we can slow down how the cure will let the spreading take care of itself. So, I guess that's all I can do, and the next things I have are genetic shuffles. Since we started in a hot country, we will focus on giving ourselves a cold boost to get to the cold countries. Infected worldwide, barely got 20 people. So I think that's enough for the abilities. I don't think I can do any more. Start doing the transmissions. One way you can slow play a game. I hope we're playing on normal. think we're playing on normal. Is this being silver mean we're playing on normal? One of the ways we can slow play this is by actually not increasing transmissions and just allowing the infection to spread naturally without trying anything. Difficulty normal, good. That will certainly give you a very low score. If it takes you 5 years to infect everybody and kill everybody, that will give you a low score. But if you just need that victory, then that's what's required. Sometimes, instead of going for a very fast victory, very fast episodes like I do, it might just come down to not increasing the severity and instead just sitting here and watching these numbers slowly crawl up. Because every little thing we do has the risk, at least, of increasing the severity. Insomnia mutated. I'm not ready for Insomnia to mutate though. But it would cost 7 DNA to devolve it, so now we're stuck with it. We're getting orange bubbles. Orange bubbles seem to be mostly random. I'm sure it's probably not completely random, that there might be a reason for it. If you've infected maybe a certain number of people for a certain amount of time and not killed them, maybe you get orange DNA bubbles that way. That would make sense. So you might be able to play the game a little bit differently if you had a harmless infection going around. Testing my new mouse's scroll wheel here. That works. One of the things I love about my new keyboard and mouse combo is that the keyboard on the left side has a zoom in and zoom out button. Let's see, I shouldn't hit it, but I'll do it anyways. I just hit it, didn't do anything. Which works really well. The zoom in and zoom out buttons work really well for web pages, since I'm sitting so far away from my computer screen. I often have trouble reading the screen or even seeing the pictures because my computer is plugged into a TV and I'm sitting about 8 feet away from the TV, so reading tiny text doesn't really help. Alright, well, I guess water is the saliva one, so we'll try and do saliva. Just now we're getting jumps finally in West Africa, but I don't think it's really gone very far, and they've already noticed it spreading. But now they're starting to work on the cure, which is a shame. And I think it had just noticed it because it makes sense. If an entire country was infected, you would eventually just accidentally notice it through people going for regular checkups and such, blood work. Where is water? This doesn't make sense. Is this water? I guess. So next, right below the zoom in and zoom out key is this task switcher key. Nope, almost missed that. And I assume that like on Windows 7 or something that would just be Alt Tab. but it's not. It doesn't work on Windows 8, which is a bit of an annoyance. It tries to do all of that Metro design stuff that doesn't work. A lot of the keys I pressed in Windows 8 originally did all this Metro stuff, and I'm like, uh-oh, it's Metro. I don't want any of that garbage. I thoroughly reject all of that. But you can reprogram it. So I just set that button to actually hit Control 0, which is the default zoom on web pages. So inside of a lot of programs, but mostly web pages, you can hit Control plus plus to zoom in, Control minus minus to zoom out, and you can hit Control 0 to go back to 100%. I missed 2. Oh, I'm not doing good. Let's slow this down. So, let's see. How far are they on the cure? They've only found 3% of the cure. It doesn't seem like they're making a lot of progress there. So that I reprogrammed that button to just zoom in. Now at the top there is a like control button, and this is what I say is the worst part about it, is that there's just laser printed images on the buttons. So if you reprogram them, then they don't particularly, the pictures don't represent what the buttons do anymore. But how are you gonna fix that short of just pulling out a label printer and printing yourself some new buttons, labels, putting it on top? So on the top is like a settings thing that I think that's kind of silly to have a settings, dedicated control panel settings option, and then next to it is a picture of a camera which will take you to your pictures, and I think I reprogrammed that to take me to my videos. Obviously, as a YouTuber, having a button that will open my videos folder actually does kind of save me about 5 steps if I ever close my videos folder, which I try not to ever close it. More mutations. Let's do a zootonic shift. 22 DNA. Or bats. Let's do bats, but we want 23 DNA to just start the zombie plague from actually spreading around the whole planet. They're only at 21%. We may actually get them infected. It went back down a small amount, 1%. The world is halfway infected right now. Now I do need to have enough DNA. I probably need to start saving DNA at this point. We're getting DNA for breaking the blue things. Seems like we just entered as a mob into the Russia. We're still Sweden, Greenland, Finland, Baltic states, Ukraine, and Philippines. Put that right where I can't hit it and see it. And then there's, on top of my keyboard, on the right is a music button that I changed to just launch a video player, and then a media center button, which does not work at all on Windows 8. It takes you to another Metro thing, so that kind of sucks. So I reprogrammed that just to launch a different video player, so I have 2 video players on that side. And then in the middle is a volume up, a volume down, a mute, and a fast forward, a stop, play, pause. Now, that's pretty cool. I don't know if I'd ever actually use that, but it's pretty cool. Oh, the cure is 95% complete. Shoot, I wasn't paying attention. That is fine. That is fine. We begin the zombie plague now. And we will make hordes and we will infect any countries that are not infected, which is 4. Sweden, Baltic States, Philippines. So we have the Philippines here, the Baltic, Greenland, Sweden, and Baltic States. So I imagine these two will get infected fine by themselves. We probably will see like a ZCOM situation going on. And we just have to get Greenland in there. Let's see, can we start killing people though? We have not had a major amount of mutations and such. So we need the zombies to start rising. We haven't had a... The cure has been complete. But we're getting some massive zombieism going about. 2. Is it worth it to do a genetic shuffle? Maybe. Didn't do anything. Too late. Or too late, that was a waste of DNA. So, massive amounts of people are getting cured. Massive amounts of people are getting turned into zombies. The running dead is turning people into zombies. Seems like we're seeing a jump here. More people are getting infected. Canada has become the center of ZCOM. This is interesting. Mastacatory tension has mutated. What is that? Mastacatory tension? That's like the jaw thing. Zombies. Alright, we got some DNA. Let's do this. There, let's... Need some more DNA to get them up in their fighting ability. Still haven't infected everybody, but it's jumping up. Oh, look at all these. Man, this game turned into a game all of a sudden. Nuclear attack in Madagascar. Don't dry up zombies. Genetic reshuffle. I don't believe that's where we want to go. Combat advantage, combat advantage. So we want the world. We still have Greenland and the Philippines to hit, so let's... China to the Philippines. Baltic states. They're about to set up a new base. Where were they going to set up the new base? I didn't see. Take it from France to Sweden. The Philippines. Surprise, surprise. No big surprise there. Infection, good. Seems like even though the cure is in existence, it's not getting disseminated. We've destroyed enough of the potential laboratories that they can't give the cure to people. Let's see. Let's go ahead and send a big old chunk of people there. A big old chunk I say people, I meant zombies. I'll move some UK to there. I'll move some people from Poland to Finland, why not? We will move a bunch of people from Turkey to Ukraine. There's two countries that whole zone's not particularly stable at the moment. And the running dead are running to take over everybody. So we are working. The number of zombies seems to be stabilized. That's not what I want. I don't want a stabilized amount of zombies. I want... ZCOM has been destroyed in the Philippines. That's cool. Are we seeing a growth or a loss of zombies? We're seeing a loss of zombies. So, how are these people staying healthy? Everybody's infected there, everybody's infected there, everybody is almost affected there. But the ZCOM is having trouble. So the zombies is when everything is completely infected. The zombie had DNA. So, we have Canada, Norway, and Ukraine left. So Norway, ZCOM grows stronger. No, I refuse. I'm gonna take all the people over there, there. Get those big chunks of zombies in there. It is taking them out. It's just not working as well. ZCOM seems very strong. How many countries do we have left? Norway and Canada. Everything else has been completely destroyed. And Norway is just on the verge. So, there's Norway gone. It has been destroyed. All we have is ZCOM's base in Canada. So let's see what we can do. Can't refund anything. We need like 15 DNA. Oh, this is the problem. This is the problem. We're losing zombies everywhere. I don't have enough DNA to... Armed gangs raid ZCOM in Canada. Loss of sustained significantly damaged the ZCOM. Okay, so that random event may have just saved us, but I don't know. How much does it cost to do this? Obviously it's more than 2. I thought it says 2 right there, but let's see. It says Zombie Horde 4. So we are losing the zombie population like crazy. They're dying off very badly. We just gotta fast forward. See, it seems so much like we're gonna win. but we're not. Because if the zombies die out, then that's it. And that's what's happening. I can't get any more DNA. I wasted a lot of DNA getting the ZCOM, trying to attack the ZCOM people. And Canada probably could be destroyed right now. They probably could be destroyed, but only if I had a little bit more DNA. I can't believe we're gonna lose again. The running dead is gonna fail. This is unfair. No, it's fair. I'll say it's fair. ZCOM expansion accelerates. There's no zombies in Canada anymore. And all the other zombies are quickly, there's no zombies anywhere. Humanity has survived the running dead and the zombie apocalypse. With almost everyone dead, the survivors will find it hard to rebuild civilization. Defeat. I guess I made a mistake. I have to put this on myself and say I made a mistake when I started using so many of the hordes to go there, trying to beat the ZCOM that way. I should have instead given them combat advantage. It seems like you have to just get as much combat advantage as you can if you're going to take out ZCOM. Which kind of makes sense. I mean, zombies are going to have to be very, very powerful at fighting if they're going to take out a militarized government just dead set on shooting and killing. Because humans got the weapons. So we tried for 1,266 days. The cure went to 100%. Cure is always going to come on the zombie virus side. I think we delayed it pretty well. But maybe we shouldn't have spent any of the DNA trying to delay it. Maybe we should have just had it, let it do its thing. We got a score of 73. I think we've gotten a score of 50 before, but 73 is pretty low. And I guess you can't get 0 biohazards, so I got 1. That is a shame. So with that, we have been through all the plagues up to the Necroa virus a couple times now. We've done bacteria the most because we had to do it, and we've probably done the prion or the necrovirus the least at the moment right now. So if I go through all of them again, we should get all of the genes unlocked and start making some progress. But it's been so many episodes since we've unlocked anything new. I'm gonna pull this trick out of my hat and do the simian flu, even though I was gonna save it for the end. Next episode we will do the simian flu on casual, because there's really no reason to try to beat it on normal at the moment. We're not gonna watch the trailer or read the synopsis or anything. Just, this is about Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. And we will be able to use none of these genes because they're not unlocked, and none of these genes because they're not unlocked. So there's, wow, 10 genes that need to be unlocked just for this. And I imagine they won't be unlocked until we have unlocked all the other genes that need to be unlocked for the necrovirus. If there are any special genes for the nanovirus, I guess we can see. Nope, we can't see. I thought I clicked on this and it just didn't let me select it. So I'm still on the simian. Another little bit of a bug. You can click on it and it makes a sound, but it moves the scroll, so it doesn't really move you back and make it apparent that you actually selected this one. So, anyways, that was our third attempt on the zombie virus actually working, and it failed again. Not super surprising. I wish it hadn't, but yeah, these later ones, these later plagues do get more difficult. They do add something to the game by being more difficult. Uh, doesn't make it a cakewalk, definitely. And that and the difficulty levels of brutal and mega brutal add some difficulty to this. Anyways, that's the end of this episode. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps me out. If you want to support me through fan funding, click on my name, Rydo. That'll take you to my main YouTube page. On the right is a blue button that says support. If you want to follow me on Twitter or Google Plus or friend me on Steam or Battle.net, all that information is down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.